This rebirth on the river did not happen overnight. It started in the 1980s and stretched into the next century. The Tennessee Aquarium itself took several years to build. Tonight, for our Thursday throwback, we take you back 30 years to see the construction project in progress.
It's the end of another day, but for the 110 workers on this site, the days are becoming more and more significant. With the fourth level almost completed, this week's efforts are finally going towards making all of this steel framework become skylights. Significant because the total outside structure is now taking shape.
And once the top is there and the glass is covering it, then the interior work begins. The work on the exhibits and the interior finishes, in other words, turning it into a real aquarium.
And the real aquarium will mean terrariums and these guys, the 24 fish from Russia now waiting in Baltimore for their new home. The rest of the collection of the 3,500 other specimens will begin in springtime. But until then, Chattanoogan's will continue to see this building go up quickly. And the taller it gets, the more there is to talk about.
And it's just going to get better. It's going to be, you'll be able to see it from all over. The height of the thing will be about the equivalent to a 12-story building. So it ought to really stand out down here on the river.
Kendra Farn, News Center 12.
It still stands out on the riverfront now, but stood out even more during construction. The clay-looking walls is really a facade. It was added at the end. For a while, they wrapped the concrete walls with a black liner that stood there for about a year. We also have video of how the project looked a year later in 1991. The clay walls are up, but you can see just how vacant the riverfront was back then. There were almost no buildings around it. The Tennessee Aquarium opened for business in 1992.